Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Sped Adventurers. I'm Jake Spins, welcoming you guys back to my gaming and unboxing channel, where today we're back for more Build Me a Dream. And today, you're either extremely lucky or extremely unlucky. Being extremely lucky because, well, there's a stage being built, episode 13. So that's lucky. That's fun. But what's unlucky is that a volcano is erupting in the stage. Because today we are going to be building Sonic Adventures Red Mountain, which I'm interested in. I am fairly intrigued because this is one of those stages that just it took me a little bit to figure out what I wanted to do with it, because I really had no idea. Because as I've said in so many other ones of these videos, a lot of Sonic Adventure stages, there's one thing that's very iconic that you instantly think of. And while, yes, technically there are a few things for Red Mountain, there's not a very specific thing, or, well, the very specific thing is kind of massive. So trying to figure out how I wanted to do this entire thing, it's kind of a lot, because my first stage was literally a cluster of the entire mountain, and I realized that was a bit much. So I redesigned it, and yeah, I'm fairly excited. I think it's actually going to be a little more simple than I'm expecting it to be, but I'm still excited anyway. So let's jump into the fiery pits of this stage being built. Well, it's been a month or two, but I've finally stopped going to the Master Emerald with Knuckles, trying to punch it to make him green. I'm telling you though, I swear there was this video when I was younger, and I don't remember if it was a dream or not, so if anybody knows if this is real, please let me know. But I swear I saw this video where somebody punched through the Master Emerald as Knuckles, and they were green. And for whatever reason, it's just stuck with me, and I tried for many times to get Knuckles to be green, and I could never do it. But either way, I've stopped doing that, I've started ignoring it, and had Sonic go and try to become green with the Master Emerald. No, I've had Sonic go get the light attack and jump into Red Mountain. Yeah, it's been a few months since this has been completed, and I've just needed to do the post-commentary. As usual, what do you guys expect at this point? It's me we're talking about. Of course, I'd have everything ready except for the simplest part of the entire thing, as always. And, to make matters worse, I've already completed the next stage, except for, the editing side. So pretty much, once this is already done with post-commentary and ready to upload, I'll already be able to go quickly speed up the footage and do the post-commentary for the next Sunshine stage. So, who knows? If I'm actually quick with it, you guys might see it fairly soon, but the most likely thing is that I'm going to procrastinate and you guys might see it December or 2021. But I'm very much hoping that I can get it out sooner than that. But, that's also why I'm doing this. But to make things even weirder than that, that's right, they get even weirder. I can't tell you everything because some of it is more personal and I don't want to scare people, but essentially something ended up coming up to where I had to take a few days off right after the wedding. I wasn't feeling 100% after it. I was feeling kind of dizzy from all the noise and all the crowd, because I can't handle big events, I don't know. It's kind of tricky to explain, but with the sensory stuff, it just makes gigantic events hard to take in and handle. So I was feeling dizzy and sleepy by like 7, so I called off. And then after that, there was some other stuff that happened that I can't talk about. But essentially, it's all been resolved today. You know, it's Thursday, and the wedding was Saturday, and I called off Sunday. So yeah, if that puts into perspective how crazy this week has been, you know, I really don't know what does. But, yeah, I mean, I dusted the amiibo shelf finally. It has been months, years actually, since I've dusted those amiibo. But, I'm glad to have done it. I actually finally reorganized the stuff and have space again. Because I didn't cram together all the Mario stuff. Also, that fade kind of, threw me off because I was not expecting. It's literally, like, I sped this footage up, and then I didn't touch it at all for months. So, you know, as many things that may surprise you guys will still surprise me because I don't remember. And the other thing that I've done, other than watch a heck of a lot of Pokemon again, like, I binge-watched Pokemon Journey, like, to a stupid degree. Like, I've already been caught up, and I just started watching it days ago. It's stupid how I am with that stuff. But, yeah, I've been watching Season 3 as well. But, the other thing that I did was I actually cleaned my room. I know, I'm trying to be productive because, I mean, I don't know how this works with my whole vacation stuff, but hopefully I'll still have vacation. But, yeah, usually at this point I start talking about the stage, but this time I haven't. You know, I feel a little more laxed, I guess, or relaxed, whatever. But, I'll be honest, Red Mountain scared me. Not as a kid, not as a stage, but the idea of building it. Because as I said in the beginning of this, my first idea was literally to take the entire first half of the mountain and basically make the entire stage. The problem is, I have too much ambition, and when I have too much ambition, I overthink things and think, okay, I can do this, the sky's the limit, because on paper, you can draw things a lot smaller than what you would need them as a Smash stage. And makes it so much harder to do when you're actually in the realm of needing to build the stage. Because my brain is like, okay, I have a lot more height, I can make the volcano erupt, and, you know, have the up and down thing in the background. It'll be great, it can go super high, and then I get to that point and I'm like, this is a problem because it's not going to be visible, so then I have to limit, you know, and this is just a small example, because this isn't one where once I tweaked it, I didn't really do that much with height, you know. More so my problem was trying to figure out if I wanted this stupid green platform to be going up or down, and how I wanted that, so I apologize, because there's going to be this large segment where I'm just toying around with that. But there, as you can see, if I can talk about the stage a little bit, the iron ball was interesting, because I had to make a circle large enough. I had to do it first, because of the way the layering worked. Then I had to put the cube in there for the spikes, and the circle inside, which made that tricky. But originally I was gonna, like, add a hammer into this. I don't even remember if I added a hammer. I think I tried and it didn't work. But the bumper is supposed to be the switch. But, anyway, if I can talk about the actual stage itself in Sonic Adventure here for a second, I feel like it's tricky because the whole stage is the landmark. There's nothing that really 100% sticks out to you, except for the fact that it's a gigantic volcano that you are climbing up and going inside of. You know, the whole thing is the icon. And that just made it this huge problem because there's like so many different gimmicks and I didn't know how to handle it. And you will see me like going back and forth. But I keep doing this, and I'm sorry, but the stage itself is a meh to me. You know, it's not a bad stage. It's not a horrible stage. I don't hate it. You know, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, you know, it's not one of my favorite stages in Sonic Adventure. Like, it's just one of those stages that it's there. I was thinking about it, and I was like, who even goes through it? And I forgot Gamma went through it. But I like Knuckles' portion a lot better. Because I feel like the stage is built more for Knuckles, and it just works so well for him. But then for Sonic, like, it works. You know, you can platform around it, but it's so much more interesting to climb it, because that's the entire point of it, if that makes sense. And then for Knuckles, that's the point where you have stuff underground. But I think I got annoyed with playing as Knuckles in the stage too. Just because it's one of those stages where it's like, okay, you don't know, and I didn't know about the whole like set location things when I was younger, and you don't know about any of them when you're first playing the game and learning. But I was also kind of a derp as a kid. Like I told you guys, I literally spent hours punching the Master Emerald, trying to make Knuckles green. Just because I was like, this is something you can't normally do. Also, sorry about the clicking. I needed to see how much more time I had left. But, yeah, as a kid, I was super derpy with it. But, with Gamma's kind of neat for it. Because you're also doing the second half, and it's shorter. As I think Red Mountain just works better in short bursts. You know? Because there are other stages like Twinkle Park, where it's like, oh my gosh, I love how the stage is laid out. I wish there was more of it, because it's a super cool stage. And that's the thing, it knows when to stop. But Red Mountain, not so much. And to be fair, it's that kind of stage where you have Sky Chase a little bit before it, and then literally right after, you have the second Sky Chase. So it's like that back-to-back type of thing, and it's just kind of meh. And I don't even know if I'll be able to do Sky Chase as a stage. I've thought about it, and like as a bonus thing maybe, but it's definitely going to be tricky. But as I was saying, sorry, because I'm jumping around, but for Red Mountain, the gimmicks of it are very plentiful. You have the hammer, you have the iron ball that smashes down, and has the button you have to go under. You have these ladders, which you have to climb across, and unfortunately you can only do up and down ladders, because I totally would have done a sideways ladder if I could have. You know, you have the... Did I say the up and down platforms? I don't think I did yet. But you have those. You have the geysers. You know, you have the rising lava at the second part. You know, and we're not even using anything... Actually, we are. We are. Literally the bottom part. I should have mentioned this earlier. But the top part is supposed to be the top of the mountain, and the bottom part is supposed to be the bottom. So, I've never been so indecisive about how to make a stage before that I literally wanted to cram even the second half into the same stage. It's ridiculous. I don't know how I pulled this off. Honestly, it's not necessarily one of my favorites. I found out later on you can't fight against Ridley, and of course, that's the character that I ended up fighting. And then off recording, I did other battles with like Isabelle, and it was fine. But for some reason, Ridley just doesn't work on the stage. I have no idea why. It's weird, but it doesn't. But yeah, the bottom half, it's a little more tame, which is weird because there's lava there. But you've got the cage, because you know those little guys in the cages where they're really weird. I put a Master Emerald piece in there, but they're all like squiggly and they're kind of like what are they? Slinkies. They're kind of like these slinky dudes, and they're just awkwardly in the background in these cages, and you're like, who are these people? Why are they locked into a volcano? Like, I want a Sonic Adventure story where we get to play as these guys and get the explanation of that. Because I don't understand what this is supposed to be. You know, why are they here? There's got to be some insane story about this. Or it's just like a weird thing like why the moon disappeared. You know, why the chunk in the moon disappeared from Sonic Adventure 2. Who knows? I have no idea. But at this point, I'm adding yet another gimmick, which is the skulls, and they just throw the flames out, which those guys are a pain to deal with. Worse in Adventure 2, though. But anyway, though, guys, sorry that most of this was a ramble and kind of just old man talking where I was like, one point to another point, and it really wasn't concise, but hey, that's what you signed up for, I guess. But either way, I'm gonna send it back to Pespin so you can hear what my into thoughts were. I forgot about the ladder moving thing. Here you go, guys. Red Mountain and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I did have to do a few tweaks off camera, just because I didn't want to just be doing a bunch of adjustment stuff, which a good portion of this was adjustments, and a part of me was like, I don't know if I should do this today. And then I was looking at the concept and I was like, you know, this should be simple enough. And then I kept constantly changing my mind during it, and it actually looks fairly different from the concept. Now, I did want to try to put in 3 Master Emerald pieces, but I decided against it just for the sheer fact that, you know, A, you can dig underground in this stage, so that's fine, but B, I just didn't want to clutter everything, so I just stuck with 2. So things that stayed the same, we have the platform over here, we have the cage over here, and then of course we have the lava as well as the platform. And then I changed some of this stuff because originally I was going to have it to be to where the only way you could enter was by breaking a blast block and opening a door, and I decided to change that as well. I might change things in the future, like I have these clouds up here that are going up and down, and I might change that one satellite thing or just get rid of it, but I figured I'd just leave it for decoration, and, you know, it's in the layer, so player layer. Also, I believe, yeah, I was going to have, for the up and down platforms, I was going to just have a ladder, but I also decided to just do the up and down ones, and, because mainly I didn't know what would be over there, because I underestimated, essentially, how much width that you have, and, this stage makes me a little nervous height-wise, because I have a concept for one of the Sunshine stages that I really like, but it is extremely height-based, and unfortunately, there's not really any way to get more height. Now, I don't know if you do like a small or medium, if you could get more height. I don't know if it changes weight. I probably could have gotten away with doing a medium for this stage as well, and that probably would have fit a little bit better. Other changes that I made, originally there was some lava behind the cage, and I decided to get rid of that because it just would have been kind of pointless, and I didn't want another lava reef zone issue. And then I changed the hammer to the spike ball, which I was surprised I was able to figure out how to do that. I didn't put any lava on there, and the bumper is supposed to be the switch. I know it's not really useful technically, but who knows? Maybe I'll do something like making the spike ball bigger or something. I really don't know. I've got to fight on it,
And the cannon, I feel, is interesting because I mainly put it there as a substitute for the rocket. But with Mario, you can actually double jump and up B into the cannon. So it's like a second route of escape, which is kind of neat. So, yeah, it's fairly flat. It's extremely different from both of my concepts. But the first concept that I made was just ridiculous, so this is better than that. Oh god, the pixelation on that's ridiculous. But it's better than my first concept. It's better than Lava Reef, but I'm still not that happy about it. But my problem is that I don't know why, I just could not figure out what I wanted to do for Red Mountain. And I guess realistically, I probably should have gone a little smaller instead of being like, I'll just do the entire stage. But hey, I was like, ooh, it would be pretty cool. Okay, yeah, that's not super pixelated, so I don't know why this is like extraordinarily pixelated, but whatever. Maybe it's a lava texture. Also, I didn't feel like putting on the lights. I lost my train of thought. But either way though, not necessarily my favorite, but I don't know why I could not figure out what I wanted to do for this stage. It's kind of a bummer. You know? And I mean, sure, it's not the only stage that's going to happen with. And it's fairly flat, which a lot of my Sunshine ones are flatter. But if you look at like Bianco Hills, there's a lot more to move around in. And, you know, Rico Harbor, there's other stuff. Gelato Beach. But I feel like Sunshine is just a more rounded type of thing. Because sure, there's a lot of flat ground, but there's also that like one recognizable thing that's usually there. And it's, you know, flat ground, but you're working around it. Whereas this, if they had, basically what I wish they had was, I kind of wish they had a template, just like the Donkey Kong Jungle type of stage and brawl. Now, I'm not saying I want it to scroll or anything. God, I hate the computers in this game. Only for custom stages, though. Also, for whatever reason, you can... Seriously? I don't know why, but for whatever reason, you can go this way, but you can't go the other way. And it's weird. Ridley apparently is fine with that, though. So, it's another case of course, the computers are going to be broken on a custom stage that I make. Because why wouldn't they be broken on a custom stage that I make? At this point, it's just tradition, you know? So I guess it is more so bad luck than good luck. At the same time, though, I was starting with saying that. I feel like a lot of stages that I've made have been pretty good. So having a decently bad one, it's okay. You know? Not all of them have to be winners. And I'm saying that like, oh yeah, this stage is going to play awful with people or whatever. But no, like, this could actually be a decent stage with people. I don't know. Because I've had that moment before. My god, Ridley. God, this would be a great time for Great Cave Offensive Lava to have been put in this. Did you just punch my grab? Oh my god. Get... No. He bounced off the spike ball and died, though. That's beautiful. Oh, Ridley. Good old Ridley. Yeah, why don't you actually stay up there and I'll come out. Jeez, Ridley just is gravitating to this lava for whatever reason. And I have no idea why. He's just like, yeah, I feel like burning today. Sure, Ridley. Why not? Is he going to be smart enough to be able to figure out how to get up here? No, of course he's not. Because for whatever reason, they can program an AI to do all of these massively amazing combos, but they can't figure out how to make them jump over hazards. And apparently get out of cages. I mean, we also technically win if he doesn't die, so... I guess this is like the more interesting part of the stage to fight on. It's more so, I guess the bottom is the more risk cage battle type style. I mean, there's a literal cage here too. And then the upper part is more so the I want to fight you. You know, the 1v1 me bro type of area. There we go. Ridley's feeling that 1v1 now, apparently. Yeah. I think this is also my first, like, darker type of tone for... Oh, jeez. I was totally gonna kill me. Oh! Spike Ball saved me. Spike Ball is definitely my savior. But I keep saying, like, oh, yeah, the, I didn't get rid of the grab? I must have done that for the circle then. But, jeez. I definitely need to change that, because I thought I did. Oh! Sure. It's so hard to not just lose track of every single thing that I'm saying. But, yeah. Like, I keep acting like flat ground is a bad thing. But in reality, like, when you think about it, it's better to have an area with flat ground that you can fight on. You know, something that's steady and stable. If people just want a background piece, you know, if they want that layout the most and not a lot of change, but also just a straight up area to fight on, they can get that. Oh, dude, I didn't even realize how brutal that area could be in the right hands. Ooh, dude. What a high risk, high reward section. Oh, come on. Well, it's Sonic Adventure. We gotta kill him by homing. Die, Riddles, die! Is he good? Of course he dies from getting kicked in the nads. What dragon doesn't die from that? Jesus. Yet again, we are set in a timeline where I will not know how the stage realistically is until I play with people. But, yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button. Share us out there, but known love, brother, mother, sister, father, iguana. I would be very surprised if I was not the only person who's made Red Mountain in Super Smash Bros. Like, this specific Red Mountain. Like, I could see if, like, you know, I'm just gonna call it Crown Mountain from Sunshine, just because of timing. If, like, like stages look like this with the volcano, or if there were like volcano-y stages, I could see that. But like, I would say amazed if there was anything for this stage from Sonic Adventure. Seriously, it would just be extremely impressive, but or not impressive, but surprising. Oh my god. It was the frickin' circle. So dumb. I mean, I don't fully mind it, but I feel like people would get potentially annoyed by it. Like, if it was at the edge, like, right here, then whatever, you know? I feel like that would be fine. But other than that, I don't know. I don't think having that be grabbable is necessarily the smartest thing. But yeah, that is everything from Red Mountain. I mean, as a Grimmer stage, I like it in that aspect. Like, the fact that it's an actual Grim stage that I made is pretty cool, because I don't have any of those. I genuinely don't. So this is a big first for just me stage-wise in general. I don't know, I'm kind of just babbling. But yeah, just look at my stage count really quick. I guess Lava Reef, but to be fair, I mean, good ideas just did not execute it well at all. But the fact that this has like the same weight limit as like something like Casinopolis, that was such a fun one to do. Shoutouts to that stage builder. If you guys didn't see the rest of them, go check those out, because those are actually pretty fun. But anyway, though, guys, I think I've babbled enough. As I said, if you do have anything Red Mountain, or if you guys have any suggestions on any tweaks or anything like that, I'm open to it. I really am, because I feel like I could probably make this stage better. I don't know. I just don't know. I feel like Red Mountain is just probably that stage in Sonic Adventure that's probably the forgettable stage. And if you really like that stage, I apologize, but I don't know. It's not that exciting. And maybe it's because it's like a less high-tier Pumpkin Ale. Who knows? But anyway, though, guys, as I said, if you enjoyed, hit that like button, share this out with everyone you know and love. Brother, mother, sister, father, iguana. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep it safe. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button. You can subscribe if you really liked it. You can also hit the bell to make sure that you don't miss any videos by me. And on the screen right now, there's my first channel subscription, second channel, as well as some videos to check out. Alright guys, hope you enjoy, and I'll see you later.